to another Bake and Talk class where we are going to learn, we are going to definitely share a lot of knowledge na kila mtu atatoka ako impacted and very ready to make new designs and to elevate your techniques and also to be very creative. So karibuni sana. Mimi nimepotea kidogo but I am back. Thank you for everybody who was tuning in. Thank you so much hata kwa wale wenye wana join saizi, wenye tuko YouTube, wenye tuko Facebook. Kindly guys join. And today we are making a very fabulous dessert. We are going to make a chocolate mousse. Well, I have specifically chosen chocolate so that we don't take much of your time, which is quicker. So I'm going to take you through the types of mousses that you can make and where to use and the do's and the don'ts of when you're making the chocolate mousse or strawberry mousse or passion mousse, mango mousse, any mousse that you're going to make. So join. Kila mtu join. Share the link to every baker, to every person who is artistic. This is for the artistic people. This is for the cake lovers. This is for a dessert lover. And kama ni wewe, you're in the right place. So thank you for joining. Karibuni sana. As you can see, vitu hapa zimeshaanza kukua mwecheche, kuchemka. So welcome. Today we are going to do our class ikiwa very unique. I'm not going to show you the end product kwanza. We are going to make the mousse. Then after that, we are going to come with the end product yenye tumeshatengeneza so that you can get to see the final texture and all. So I give you 5 seconds to settle, to share the link, kupigia wale wenye wanataka kujoin na wale wenye unajua wanafaa kuwa wamejoin. So thank you kwa wale wote wako. Send your questions, send in your location, send in your highs. I am going to also give a shout out to everybody who has joined. Asanteni sana. And I am going to be answering every question that you're having. So if you're in YouTube, I'll be checking. If you're in Facebook, I'm going to be checking. TikTok, I'm also going to be checking. So thank you so much for wenye wako. We are going to start. So number 1, what are we doing today? We are making a mousse. And by mousse, what do I mean? A mousse is a smooth, airy dessert, okay? That is made from heavy cream, a touch of gelatin, and if you want it to be chocolatey, you can use chocolate. If you want it to be a strawberry mousse, you can use strawberry puree. If you want a passion or a mango or whichever fruit, you can make a puree from the fruit, okay? So we have very many types of mousses. We have chocolate mousse, vanilla, coffee, strawberry, mango, passion, caramel, hazelnut, white chocolate mousse, depending with your taste, depending with your flavor, or also depending with your creation. So leo ninawapeleka step by step on how to make it. And kama kawaida, when you're using heavy cream, which cream are we using? Our Bake and Talk whipping cream, okay? So this is what we're going to use today. And I have already started preparing a few ingredients. So 1, I hope kila mtu ako na notebook na kalamu because I'm going to share the recipe. It's also going to be posted in our links in our bios. So, but for the moment, I am going to give you the recipe, grammage, procedure, and we are going to see the final product. So, number 1, what do you need to make your mousse? Heavy cream. Heavy cream yetu tunatumia gani? Bake and Talk non-dairy whipping cream. Okay? Remember, making a mousse does not need you to bake anything. Tumesema it's an airy dessert, a smooth airy dessert. So ingredient number 1, our heavy cream, Bake and Talk heavy cream. Then number 2, we are going to use gelatin. Okay? My pastry chefs, my bakers, sisi wote tunajua gelatin ni nini. So already nimeshaweka gelatin yangu ibloom. So my gelatin is already blooming. Okay? So tuna quicken the process ndio tusikae sana. So we all know how to bloom your gelatin. You just need a little bit of water, and for us, for the mousse, we're going to use a tablespoon of the gelatin. So maji kidogo kwa bakuli yako, 1 tablespoon of gelatin. Evenly distribute your gelatin on your water, then set it for 5 minutes, let it bloom. So my gelatin is ready. Ingredient number 3, you need compound chocolate. Okay, so sisi compound chocolate yetu tunatumia milk compound. Reason being, I don't want to add any sugar. Adding sugar is optional, but for me, I have opted to use milk compound chocolate, which is not so bitter. It is very nice, and also my cream is already sweetened. So nikiongeza sukari, my mousse is going to be oversweet. Sindio? So this is the third ingredient, and I have already melted my compound chocolate. Looks good. See? Well melted. So you need your chocolate well melted. Nice yungwe. How can you melt your chocolate? Either using a double boiler. Kama sisi hapa tumetumia double boiler. Or you can melt your chocolate in your microwave. So those are the 3 ingredients that we need. My whipping cream, on the other hand, I'm going to need it as liquid. Okay, I just need half a glass. Then I am also going to have my whipped cream. So we are going to get to the whipped cream so that I can show you the consistency yenye unafaa kuwa nayo when you're doing your mousse. Remember the consistency yenye tunafaa kudecorate nayo keki na ya mousse, 2 different things. Okay, so tumesema ingredients ni 3: whipped cream, which is the heavy cream, bacon top heavy cream, then tuko na gelatin, then tuko na chocolate. So we've already melted the chocolate. That is step number 1, melt your chocolate. Step number 2, bloom the gelatin. Okay, after blooming the gelatin, we are going to melt it. Okay, tukimelt tunataka tupate a liquid consistency. Itoke from this consistency. I hope you can all see. Tuitoe kwa this consistency to the liquid. So how do we do it? In a double boiler, or if not a double boiler, microwave. Okay, so we let it warm up. So what we are going to do with the gelatin and the melted chocolate, we are going to incorporate them. Okay, tutaongeza gelatin yetu yenye imeyeyuka in liquid form kwa chocolate yetu yenye imemelt. Okay, so this is the second procedure. Okay, so mix your melted gelatin with your melted chocolate. Then we are also going to add our liquid heavy cream. Okay, tutaziongeza pamoja. So as our gelatin is changing its form from solid to liquid, gelatin inasaidia nini kwa mousse yetu? The gelatin helps the mousse to thicken. So without the gelatin, you can find your mousse is very runny. Now it's not compact. So when I'm talking of thickening of the mousse, where do you use your mousse? 1, kwa keki zako. Ukitaka kudecorate wedding cakes, ukitaka kudecorate birthday cakes, if you want to make classy desserts, you can use the mousse. And for the mousse to stand and be very stable, it needs a touch of gelatin. Okay, so that ishikilie vizuri. So we get our gelatin out. It's getting into the liquid state. So remember, your gelatin needs to be in the liquid form. Ukiitoa kama haijayeyuka vizuri, you're going to find your mousse is going to be very grainy. And by grainy ninamaanisha itakuwa na particles. Reason being, your gelatin did not melt accordingly. So I want to show you how it looked like after melting. So this is my melted, let me switch this off, this is So this is how my melted gelatin looks like. It's liquid, very nice, no lumps. Okay, so you take your gelatin, add it to your melted chocolate. Okay, So gelatin in, give it a very good stir. Remember hizi vitu zote ni moto isipokuwa our cream. So add in the cream. Then take back your mixture kwa moto kidogo so that everything can stir up together to look good. Give it 5 minutes so that the cream plus the gelatin and the chocolate zote zinaweza kufanya nini? Kushikana vizuri. So we let it warm up. As you stir very well. So as this goes on, you can be whipping your cream. So I had already prepared my whipping cream. I want to show you the consistency of my cream. So remember, when we are making cream to decorate cake, tunasemaga aje? Whip your cream until you see the soft bits ziko very, very stable. So when you're making your mousse, we are going to whip the cream the same process venye tunakuwa tumewambia. But the consistency that you settle for should not be the normal consistency ya kudecorate cake. Should have peaks, yes, stable but very, very smooth. Okay? So if you let your cream ishikane sana, pale penye tunaenda kuongeza our chocolate gelatin mixture, you're going to find that your whipping cream is going to be itakuwa ngumu sana. It's going to have a lot of air. Yes, we are saying the mousse needs to be airy, but the more airy it is, the more it's not going to give a fine finish at the end when your mousse has already set. Okay? So we keep stirring, and our mixture is about to be ready. So we take it out from the water bath. So when mixing, make sure you don't have any lumps. Your chocolate mixture should be very smooth. And look like so. The consistency is beautiful. Okay? Very, very nice. All right? Consistency is perfect. Make sure when you're adding it to your whipping cream, si moto sana. Let it cool. Once it cools down, that's when you can add. But since I had already melted my chocolate earlier, na ikatulia kidogo, so by warming it, mine is not so hot. So you see, I'm having a very smooth consistency that can immediately be added in our whipping cream, all right? So for this, partially add your chocolate consistency to your whipping cream. Then, remember tumesema mousse ni and a smooth, airy dessert, okay? So once you add your chocolate consistency to your cream, you just fold in, okay? By folding in, we are incorporating air, okay? So fold in. Now ukifold in clockwise, usiende anti-clockwise. Reason being, once you do it clockwise, you're incorporating air. Ukianza kurudi anti-clockwise, unatoa the air, okay? So ukianza na right side, wale watu wenye ni maraiti, uendelee hivyo. Our left-handed people, we love you. Ukianza na left, maliza na left. So you do this until you get to see your consistency is looking good. Okay. So I add a little bit because I need mine to be very tasty, very chocolatey. So you just gently fold in Be careful not to overmix it, because once you overmix it, haitakuwa poa. So, final consistency should be runny as so, but stable, okay? This is the consistency you should get. Should look like that. And the moment you get to this consistency, now you start working with it. Ukingoja iset, ndio uanze kuitumia, or you start putting it in your dessert cups, utauma nje. Na by kuuma nje tunamaanisha, once it sets, ina form, inatulia, inakaa chini vizuri. So ukianza kuscoop, unapatana na zile air bubbles zenye tumefanya nini? Tumeincorporate. So your mousse is not going to look smooth. Itakaa ni kama kuna mtu alitampa nayo mahali, ndio? So you work with it when it is in this consistency. And remember, it sets very quickly. So you work with it kwa haraka. So what I am going to do is to put it in my dessert cup. I'm going to have it in my dessert cup. So, this is what we are transforming. This is what we are doing, okay? So hii ndio tunatengeneza. We are going to make this very beautiful mousse. So how to decorate? You can either use kama unatengeneza chocolate mousse, you can either top with chocolates. If you're making a strawberry mousse, you can top with strawberries. You can top with mango for your mango mousse. For your passion mousse, you can top with passion. You can literally play around with the mousses, okay? With the toppings, all right? So this is what we are transforming. This is what we have made. But for me today, I'm going to use my biscuits. So we have decided to use our bourbon biscuits, okay? So tutaitumia kama base. I'm going to have a bourbon biscuit for me. So for my biscuit layer, I want to add margarine, okay? So melted margarine. I add my biscuit tumevunja inaitwa nini? Not granulated, mashed, not mashed. But I just want my biscuit flakes in my margarine. Okay, kajina kamenipotea kidogo. So I am making a base. Okay, I want to make a base. And for my biscuits to set in my dessert glass, I want to mix them with my margarine so that they can look fantastic. So remember, when you make your mousse, you quickly work with it. Okay, so my base is almost ready. I add a little bit of it. Remember to be very quick when you're working with your mousse. Then I'm gonna give you the do's and the don'ts when you're making mousse. And one of it is over-whipping your cream. Uki over-whip cream yako, mousse yako ina flow. Another thing, a don't when you're making your mousse, do not make sure when you're blooming your gelatin yako spread vizuri kwa maji so that you don't find it to be grainy, sindio? So my dessert glass, okay, I'm going to give it a base of biscuits in margarine. So a very nice scoop. I give it a set vizuri. Remember, once you are done with this, you will need to definitely chill your mousse. Mousse yetu tunaichill for how long? We are chilling our mousse before serving for 4 to 6 hours before kupatia wageni wetu ama kupatia clients wetu, okay? So if you're decorating your cake, make sure it sets for at least 4 hours if you're using your mousse. So I scoop it well and drop and spread. You can see ina scoop vizuri na iko stable, ina set vizuri, si ndio? So I give it another small layer. And since the baby of the day is the mousse, it's what we want. Base can either be a cake. Your base can either be biscuits in margarine. For the biscuits, you can either use bourbon, you can use vanilla biscuits, you can use Oreos, depending with the flavor that you want. So once you assemble it very well, give it a finish. Finish yangu nitaweka nini? A touch of my biscuits, okay? So give it a very nice finish so that as your guests are digging in, they can have a feel of the biscuit and also have a feel of the mousse. And voila, my mousse is ready. 3 ingredients, 5 minutes, you're done with your mousse. You can make a lot of mousse, chill it and preserve it. You can do various decorations in your mousse or on your mousse. You can use your mousse as a decoration. You can use your mousse as the whole package or the whole starter. So we clean this so that when we try our mousse, tunaijaribu mahali pazuri. So remember the mousse that we have made. This can literally decorate for you up to 7 or almost even 10 dessert cups, okay? So gives a very fantastic, very fabulous taste, and the finish is perfect. So this we had already chilled. For this mousse we had done, the base is a cake. Tukaweka mousse yetu ya chocolate. Then you can top it with whipping cream. Nikaweka ka whipping cream, our vanilla, our white whipping cream. Then garnished with chocolate flakes. Number 2, this is a whole dessert cup of mousse. You can top it with biscuits. Do a little bit of art for yourself to give it a little bit of pop. And our third dessert, our third mousse, we have done biscuit base. We have put a very nice layer of the mousse. Since granulated biscuits, thank you, that is the word, granulated biscuits. So we have just smashed our biscuits, zikakuwa ready to be had, right? So the moment of truth is here. We want to have a taste, and we are going to definitely have a taste of the chilled mousse. So I'd want to scoop for you so that when we are speaking of airy and light, tunataka kuona mousse yetu ikiset kwa chiller. Is it light? Is it airy? Is it tasty? Okay? So I choose to go with this, which is good looking and easy to scoop. So I'm going to have a scoop, then show you how the mousse looks like once it's set. Look at that beauty. You see? Very stable. Gelatin imefanya kazi yake. You can see from the inside also. Looks good. Looks fantastic. Well set, well chilled. Always serve it when you have already chilled so that it can be light and airy. Tukisema fold in clockwise, usiende anti-clockwise. We need this kind of a consistency, all right? So, where to use your mousse? Tumesema you can decorate cakes, wedding cakes, birthday cakes, any type of cake that you want to decorate, any type of dessert that you want. And I was to give you the do's and don'ts very quickly so that we can wrap it up. So one, if you're finding your mousse is very runny, it means that it has not been chilled perfectly, kwa hivyo haijaset vizuri, na gelatini yako labda pia uliweka kidogo, so gelatin ina act kama stabilizer. If the stabilizer is not stabilizing, then your mousse will not stabilize, sindio? Then if your mousse is dense, it means that you overmix. Unakumbuka pale kwenye nilisema cream yako do not overmix. So remember, if your mousse is too heavy, it means it's overmixed. Remember, tulianza na kusema mousse. Mousse is a smooth, airy dessert. If it's heavy, umeuma nje. So, unarudia tena. Imagine it's just 5 minutes, you can just repeat. Then, if your mousse is lumpy or has a lumpy texture, it means that the chocolate that you used or gelatin hazikuyeyuka vizuri. So you get the grainy particles, as I had said. Then if your mousse separates, it means there is a difference in temperature between the ingredients. So ukipata umelift mousse yako hivo and your mousse separates, you get there is a little bit of liquid and the heavy cream on the side, then there is a problem in temperature, or venye ulikuwa refrigerate or chilling or even warming your ingredients. Then if your mousse doesn't set, it means your gelatin was too liquid. All right? So I am going to I'm going to answer questions. I can see Africana Cake Bakers. Hello and thank you for joining. Tukona, wow. Little bakers, what is the ratio? So maybe I can repeat mbio the ratios of what I have used. I used 1 tablespoon ni kijiko ya kukula, 1 tablespoon of gelatin, blue meat. Then your chocolate, you're going to need 1 cup, that is 250 grams of chocolate. Then you're going to need half a cup of liquid whipping cream. Then 500 grams of cream yenye utafanya nini? Yenye utahwip. So what is the procedure? Bloom your gelatin, melt your chocolate, then add your melted gelatin to your melted chocolate, add the liquid whipping cream to the chocolate and the gelatin, let them warm up together, then put in your liquid mixture to your whipped 500 grams of cream, fold in one direction, then put in your dessert cups, decorate your cakes, chill for 4 to 6 hours for each set, serve as desired, okay? Then if I want to flavor this mousse like adding coffee or fruit puree, how do I do it without running? That is Greenville. Thank you for asking. If you want to flavor your mousse, unaona pale penye niliweka chocolate yangu, that is where you put in your mousse, okay? So for me, my flavor was chocolate. Ndio nikayeyusha chocolate yangu, then it had to give that chocolate flavor. So if you want to use your coffee, you will prepare your coffee ikuwe kando, gelatin yako kando, and your whipping cream iko kando. So what do you add? Add in your coffee, your prepared coffee, your liquid gelatin after you have warmed it, na bloom. Then taking your whipping cream, mix them together. Then this combination is what you put in your whipped cream, all right? So whether it is strawberry puree, passion puree, whichever puree you're using, make sure to follow the same process. When you're trying to make na chocolate, hapo ndipo una substitute na puree yenye unatumia, okay? Thank you. Hey, mmejoin wengi. Thank you guys. Asanteni sana mpaka nimepoteza maswali. Thank you for joining. Then hizi maswali zingine zilikuwa zenye tutajibu kando. At what exact temperature should I fold the melted chocolate into the whipped cream? Make sure when you're folding your chocolate or your puree, it should not be cold, it should not be hot. It's supposed to be warm. Ukiguza puree yako ama uguze melted chocolate yako ikiwa warm, that is when to add it. When it is too hot, it's going to mess the temperature of or the consistency of your whipped cream. When it is also too cold or it is cold, utapata chocolate yako ama puree yako inaanza kushikana. Kushikana, again, ukiweka kwa whipped cream yako, unapata cream yako inaanza kukuwa na lumps. We want the mousse to be very smooth and airy. We don't want it to have lumps. So make sure it is warm so that you add in, okay? So Dr. Kitchen Appliances, hi, Dr. Kitchen, thank you very much. Okay. Thank you to wale wameuliza maswali. I hope I have really answered the questions. Any other question, you can definitely ask. We are here to answer your questions. And again, I would want to tell you where to get our cream. Cream yetu iko all over the country. So if you want to make your mousse, you can get our bake and top cream anywhere. Remember, our cream is dairy free. So the mousse that we have just created today is dairy free. So this is fantastic. It is very nice for vegetarians and very nice for hata mtu mwenye anatumia dairy products. You will never tell, you will never know. It has a very nice taste, a very nice finish to it in the mouth, na haikupatia an aftertaste of chemical. All right? So gives a very nice taste, very nice finish, and you can get it anywhere in the country, across the country. So mahali penye uko unataka kupata bake and top whipping cream, whether you want it in white or chocolate, you can definitely reach out to us. Tutakudirect ama tutakupatia maloketo ya penye utaenda kuchukua cream yako, okay? Any other of our products you unataka kupata pia, we have them fully stocked in our stockists, and always when you make a purchase, tuambie. We always have something good for our customers. So thank you so much. This has been beautiful. This has been great. Thank you to everybody who has tuned in. I hope you're going to replicate this recipe. Definitely go and do a creation. Usikae tu unatengeneza keki na buttercream. Jaribu na mousse. Enda utengeneze mousse. Tengeneza strawberry mousse. Tengeneza pineapple mousse. Tengeneza a mousse that is going to wow everyone. Don't just sit and relax and be comfortable. Just give yourself a wow. And remember tunasema, if you're a baker, let your cake have a story. My mousse has a story and it is smooth and airy. I love it. So definitely get to try. Asanteni. See you next Monday in our next class. God bless. Thank you very much. Asanteni.